Imagine, if you will, the single most impactful, like earth-shattering document you have ever laid eyes on in your entire life.
Right.
Now, take that document in your mind and just begin to strip away the preamble, tear out the executive summary.
Burn the table of contents.
Exactly. Burn it, delete the footnotes, eradicate the appendices, strip away every single ounce of context until you are left with nothing but an absolute terrifying linguistic singularity.
A singularity.
Welcome to Off the Record.
Oh.
You are stepping into our ongoing deep dive into the absolute limits of human expression.
And it is a deep dive today.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
Today, we are stepping far, far away from our traditional highly structured analyses of massive encyclopedic data sets. We're not doing the 1,000-page governmental reports today.
No, thankfully not.
Right. Today, we are looking at something infinitely more concentrated. And frankly, I think it's infinitely more dangerous to the psyche.
I would completely agree with that assessment. I mean, the source material we have in front of us today, it challenges the very foundation of how we as a modern society consume information.
Totally does.
Because in a world that is completely inundated with endless streams of text, with ceaseless digital chatter, algorithmic feeds, notifications just demanding our constant attention, we are presented with a document that practices what I can only describe as an almost violent economy of words.
Violent, yes. I love that phrasing.
It is a masterful, devastating exercise in restraint. And to truly penetrate the epistemological layers of this text, we felt it was absolutely necessary to adjust our usual methodology.
Which brings us to the pour.
The pour, yes.
If you are listening at home or, if you're on your commute or washing the dishes or wherever you find yourself right now, you might want to pause what you were doing and join us in this little ritual.
It's highly recommended.
We decided that to properly tackle today's dense, almost impenetrable source material, we need to lubricate the intellectual gears just a bit.
Just a bit.
So I am currently uncorking a rather exceptional, beautifully aged, single malt scotch. You can probably hear that heavy glug of the liquid hitting the crystal.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
I am pouring 2 fingers for myself, and I am sliding this heavy crystal tumbler right across the oak table to you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Just holding it, it smells absolutely phenomenal. Highly peaty.
Very peaty.
Complex, right? Layers of smoke and earth, much like the document we are about to examine, actually.
Exactly. I mean, we are engaging in a classy, highly intellectual tradition here on Off the Record.
Mm-hmm.
A fine, sophisticated beverage to accompany a fine, sophisticated analysis.
I'll drink to that.
Let's raise a glass to you, the listener, for embarking on this rather extraordinary mission with us today. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Let's set the stage. Let's outline the mission for you. We have received a document.
A very specific document.
Right. And it is, without a single doubt in my mind, one of the most minimalist, cryptic, and wildly evocative documents I have ever seen in my entire career of analyzing textual data.
The document arrived to us as a digital file, and the file name itself carries a certain heavy academic weight, right?
Absolutely.
It's a premonition of the staggering duality we are about to explore over the next hour. It is titled, quite simply, JesusMurphy.pdf.
JesusMurphy.pdf. Just sit with that for a second.
Now, when one opens a standard PDF document, expecting perhaps a theological treatise or maybe a genealogical study of the Irish diaspora, one is met instead with a stark, blinding expanse of digital white space.
Just bright, unyielding white.
And in the upper left quadrant, aligned aggressively to the left margin, is the entirety of the text.
And when we say the entirety, listener, we mean it literally. There's absolutely nothing else.
Nothing.
The entire provided text of JesusMurphy.pdf is exactly 3 characters and 2 words.
That's it.
A hashtag symbol. The word Jesus in all capital letters.
Yeah.
A space. And the word Murphy, H-Y, also in our capital letters. That's it. Hashtag JesusMurphy.
I want to pause here. I want to assure the listener right now, because the immediate reflexive temptation might be to just dismiss this outright.
Right, like it's a joke or something.
Exactly. You might be sitting there listening to us thinking, why on earth are we dedicating an entire extensive deep dive to 2 words and a piece of punctuation?
It's a fair question.
It is, but I must stress this with everything I have. This brevity is not a lack of content. It is a distillation of profound, almost staggering cultural and historical meaning.
A concentration of meaning.
Yes, every single pixel, every typographical choice, every omitted letter carries the weight of 1,000 unwritten pages.
Wow.
Over the course of this deep dive, we're going to unpack exactly what this means. We're going to look at the deep historical roots of these specific words, why it was constructed this exact way, and most importantly, why this matters directly to your understanding of modern communication.
Okay, let's unpack this immediately. I want to start with the lexical duality.
The words themselves.
Yeah, the raw words themselves. We have Jesus and we have Murphy.
Yeah.
Let's really look at the stark juxtaposition happening here because it feels incredibly deliberate.
It really is a masterclass in semiotic contrast. Let's take the first element, right? On the one hand, you have Jesus.
A big guy.
This is a word that carries the staggering weight of millennia. Let's look at the etymology for a moment. It traces back to the Aramaic name Yeshua, which fundamentally translates to deliver or to rescue.
To rescue.
And that word journeyed through the Greek Isis, into the Latin Isis, and finally into the English Jesus. It represents the divine, the historical, the monumental.
The absolute peak of the spiritual hierarchy.
Exactly. For over 2,000 years, it has been the cornerstone of major world religions. It's a figure of ultimate salvation, of miraculous intervention, of infinite grace and cosmic significance. The mere utterance of this name has launched entire empires. It has inspired the greatest works of Renaissance art, the Sistine Chapel, the works of Bach. It points entirely upward, toward the heavens, toward the transcendent ideal of perfection.
Right. It's heavy, it's sacred, it's arguably the most loaded single word in the English language.
Unquestionably. And then, placed immediately adjacent to this towering beacon of the divine, without even a comma to serve as a polite buffer, we have Murphy.
Murphy.
Now let's look at Murphy. From an etymological standpoint, Murphy is an anglicized version of the ancient Irish name Omerchata.
Oh, I didn't know that. Omerchata.
Yes, and Omerchata translates to descendant of the sea battler or sea warrior. But in the modern context, Murphy is the single most common surname in all of Ireland and one of the most common in the global diaspora.
So it's the everyman.
Exactly. It represents the ultimate common man, the pedestrian, the everyday reality of the working class. It conjures immense historical weight of a totally different kind.
Like what?
The potato famine, the desperate emigration on coffin ships, the laborer laying tracks across the American West. It represents the tangible, dirty, unforgiving earth.
And it is intrinsically tied to the concept of Murphy's Law, right?
Precisely. Murphy's Law is the deeply pessimistic but universally relatable concept that whatever can go wrong will go wrong.
Right, right.
It was named after Captain Edward A. Murphy, Jr., who was an aerospace engineer in the late 1940s. He was working on a project to test human tolerance to G-forces.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was a real guy.
Very real. They wired up sensors to a test subject, and every single one of the sensors was wired backward by mistake.
Of course they were.
And Captain Murphy essentially said, if there is a way to do it wrong, someone will do it. So in this text, you have the ultimate symbol of divine, infallible perfection and grace, sitting directly next to the ultimate symbol of human fallibility, chaos, and earthly struggle.
Okay, I hear you. The sacred and the profane. It's a massive contrast.
It's huge.
But let me push back just a little bit here, as the proxy for the skeptical listener.
Please do.
Is it possible we are overthinking what is essentially just a simple colloquial exclamation? Because let's be real. Jesus Murphy is a known vernacular phrase.
It is.
People say it when they accidentally stub their toe in the dark. Or, when they open an envelope and see an unexpectedly massive tax bill.
Sure.
To me, putting these two words together like this, presenting it as an isolated, definitive text, it's like serving beluga caviar on a stale, crumbled saltine cracker. It forces the human brain to somehow reconcile two entirely different, incompatible realities. So the question is, are we looking at a profound theological statement, or are we literally just looking at the transcribed exclamation of a guy who just dropped a heavy hammer on his foot?
But that is exactly the genius of it.
It is.
Your analogy of the beluga caviar and the saltine cracker is absolutely brilliant, and it perfectly encapsulates what the author of this PDF is doing. Yes. By intentionally isolating this highly colloquial exclamation, by completely removing the stubbed toe or the unexpected tax bill from the context, the author is forcing us to examine the phrase itself in a vacuum.
Oh, I see.
They are deliberately bridging the massive gap between higher celestial powers and the bleeding knuckles of the working class. They are suggesting that the divine is actually found in the mundane.
That the caviar fundamentally belongs on the saltine.
Exactly. Think about the psychology of it. When someone drops a hammer on their foot and instinctively yells, Jesus Murphy, what are they actually doing?
Cursing.
They are reflexively, desperately calling upon the omnipotent creator of the entire universe to come down and witness the microscopic, localized pain of an Irish laborer. It's a profound, instant collapsing of the cosmic and the microscopic.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's the intersection of the eternal and the immediate. The sacred is literally bleeding into the profane right there on the page.
Beautifully put. It forces us, and it forces you, the listener, to ask a terrifying question: where exactly does the spiritual world end and the physical world begin?
Right.
This document argues, quite aggressively, that there is no boundary whatsoever. They share the exact same line of digital text.
Okay, I'm feeling that. I really am. I think we need to honor the rugged working class spirit of the Murphy archetype right now.
I think we should.
I'm going to take another sip of this scotch. A hearty working man's sip. Hear that clink against the table.
I will happily join you in that, raising my glass. To Murphy.
To Murphy. Okay, let's pivot slightly
Yeah.
because we can't just talk about the historical etymology of the word themselves.
Right, there's more to it.
We have to talk about the typographical aggression of this text, the structural formatting, because the formatting is, honestly, it's just fucking bold.
It is incredibly bold, and I'm very glad you brought that up because the typography is where the true psychological warfare of this document actually takes place.
Warfare. I like that.
Let's start with the pound sign, the octothorpe. What our listener probably commonly refers to as the hashtag. Why is it there? What is its function?
Right, because putting a hashtag in front of Jesus Murphy is mathematically and structurally very different from just writing the words Jesus Murphy on a page. The hashtag changes the entire, mathematical equation of the sentiment.
Precisely. Let's look at the deep history of the symbol. Historically, the pound sign, the crosshatch, traces its origins all the way back to ancient Rome.
Really? Rome.
Yes. It derived from the Latin term libra pondo, meaning pound weight. Scribes would write the letters L and B, and they would draw a horizontal line across them to indicate it was an abbreviation.
Oh, that makes sense.
Over centuries of hurried handwriting, that L-A-B with a line across it morphed into the grid-like octothorpe we see today. It was used in dusty ledger books, in rigid mathematics, and absolute weights and measures. It denotes a definitive, undeniable, quantifiable absolute.
Wow.
But then we look at the modern era. In the late 1960s, Bell Labs added the symbol to the touch-tone telephone purely because they needed 2 extra buttons to interface with automated computer systems.
Down key.
Exactly. And then in 2007, a man named Chris Messina proposed using the symbol on the platform Twitter to group related conversations. It became the hashtag.
All right, that.
It became a social media rallying cry. It's metadata. It's a mechanism for taking a completely localized, isolated thought and forcefully indexing it into a massive global conversation.
So it scales it up?
Yes. So by placing the hashtag directly in front of the words Jesus Murphy, the author is aggressively categorizing the sentiment. We have to ask, are they trying to trend? Are they organizing a global movement of frustrated working class people? Or are they mathematically, definitively defining the exact intersection of Jesus and Murphy?
See, to me, combining that ancient mathematical hashtag with the all CCAPS formatting, it feels like a digital screen.
A screen, yes.
It's completely inescapable. When you open a blank white PDF on your screen and the only thing sitting there is all caps hashtag Jesus Murphy, you cannot politely disagree with it.
No, you can't.
It's an overwhelming realization being aggressively shoved right in your face.
Yeah.
It's not a gentle suggestion. It's an absolute mandate.
It is a mandate. The all TAPS capitalization is the typographical equivalent of reaching through the screen and grabbing the reader by the lapels.
Taking them.
Yes. Let's look at capitalization historically. Roman square capitals, known as capitulus monumentalis, were carved into stone monuments. They were meant to last forever.
Like the Pantheon or whatever.
Exactly. They were meant to project the ultimate authority of the Roman Empire. Lowercase letters, or minuscule, weren't widely standardized until the Carolingian Renaissance centuries later, purely as a way to write faster and save expensive parchment.
Because parchment was pricey.
Right. So lowercase is a compromise, lowercase is casual, all KIPS is monumental stone. It removes any nuance, any whispering subtlety. It is purely declarative. On the modern internet, it is universally understood as shouting.
It's just so fucking clear.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm sorry to swear. Again, I know we try to keep this highly professional, but it's just so incredibly refreshing to see someone commit to a statement.
It is refreshing.
I love how intensely you look at punctuation. I really do. It's genuinely fascinating watching your brain deconstruct a symbol.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I deeply believe that the small things matter.
They do.
The architecture of a sentence, the literal geometry of the symbols chosen, tells you as much about the author's internal psychology as the words themselves. I appreciate that you appreciate it.
No, I mean it. I really mean it.
Hmm.
Because nobody communicates like this anymore. Nobody in the modern world has this definitive, all caps, monumental clarity.
It's very rare.
Let me give you and the listener a real-world example of this linguistic decay. I was texting with my ex recently. We've been trying to figure out this whole terribly messy friends dynamic, right?
No, that's always difficult.
Which is an absolute nightmare of undefined boundaries.
Yeah.
And I asked a very direct, logistical question about coming over to pick up some old mail that had been delivered there.
A simple question.
A completely simple
Yeah.
question. And the response I got on my phone was just, yeah, maybe all lowercase.
Oh, no.
Absolutely no punctuation. Yeah, maybe all. What the actual fuck does that mean?
It means nothing.
There's no hashtag. There's no all caps monumental stone. It's just this wishy-washy, non-committal, deeply cowardly string of lowercase letters that leaves me sitting alone on my couch for 3 solid hours, wondering if I'm supposed to put my shoes on and go over there, or if I'm supposed to just stay home and stare at the wall.
That is deeply frustrating. And honestly, it's a perfect symptom of a much broader societal linguistic decay that this PDF is fighting against.
Thank you. Yes.
Your ex is actively hiding behind the lowercase. They are using the acronym OLOL, not to indicate actual laughter, but as a defensive, cowardly shield against emotional accountability. It's a way of saying something without standing behind the weight of it.
Exactly. Thank you. It's absolute emotional cowardice. And that's exactly why I'm sitting here looking at hashtag Jesus Murphy in this PDF.
Yeah.
And I'm just feeling so much profound respect for this anonymous author.
They are fearless.
This author isn't playing stupid little texting games. This author isn't saying, maybe Jesus Murphy lol. They are standing on top of a metaphorical mountain, carving letters into a digital stone, and screaming hashtag Jesus Murphy at the very top of their lungs.
Committing to the bit.
They're completely committing to the bit.
Yeah.
Man, I wish people in my personal life could be half as declarative and honest as this PDF.
It requires a massive amount of bravery to live your life in all caps. And clearly, your ex is not capable of that level of typographical or emotional vulnerability right now.
No, they aren't.
You deserve all caps communication. We all do. The listener deserves all caps communication in their life.
I do. I really do. Man, this scotch is really hitting the spot right now. It's warming my chest.
It's quite good.
I'm pouring a little more. You want a splash?
Yeah.
Hold your glass out.
Just a small one, thank you. Yes, right there.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
There you go.
Now, speaking of absolute clarity and the things that are so clearly, boldly there on the page, we have to take a moment to look at what isn't there. We need to examine the omission. Let's talk about the white space.
The white space. Okay.
That.
Taking a sip. Wait, what exactly do you mean by the white space?
Well, think about the physical dimensions of what we're looking at. The document is an entire PDF page, a standard digital representation of an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of paper.
Right.
Millions of bright white pixels, and yet there are only 12 characters in the upper left corner. The sheer volume of omission is absolutely staggering.
It's mostly nothing.
Exactly. The negative space is arguably the most prominent, overwhelming feature of the entire text. It's a literal, geometric, existential void surrounding these two heavily weighted words.
Oh, man. Wow. It's like, okay, listener, picture this in your mind. It's like walking into a massive, echoing, completely empty museum gallery. Just hardwood floors and white walls for miles. And right in the dead center of the room, there is just one tiny, incredibly loud neon painting. The absolute silence around the painting makes the painting itself deafening.
Yes, exactly that. The white space represents literally everything left unsaid in the universe.
Everything left unsaid.
It forces you, the reader, the listener, to actively project your own context, your own life onto the text. Because there is no preamble, no explanation, your brain violently rushes to fill the void.
It has to.
The author is utilizing a deeply established psychological and artistic principle called horror vacuum, the fear of empty space.
A horror vacuum.
We see it in ancient Greek geometric pottery, where every inch is covered in patterns. We see it in Islamic arabesque designs. Aristotle literally argued that nature abhors a vacuum, that empty space is fundamentally impossible because surrounding matter will immediately rush in to fill it.
Rush right in.
By presenting us with this terrifying minimalist emptiness, similar to John Cage's silent musical composition 433 or Malevich's black square painting, the author is forcing us to confront our own internal emptiness. The matter rushing in to fill the void is our own psyche.
The terrifying emptiness.
Yeah.
Wow, it's funny you say that. You say that, and I find myself thinking about empty space a lot lately.
Do you?
Just the sheer crushing blankness of it. It's exactly like my apartment.
Your apartment? Are you comparing the PDF to your living room?
Yeah, I am. Since the breakup.
Yeah.
And since my dog, Barnaby, ran away.
Oh, no. Barnaby ran away. You didn't tell me that happened. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he bolted out the front door 3 weeks ago. Just gone into the dark night, no collar.
Oh, that's awful.
And my ex took all the good furniture when they left. So now I just have this big, echoing hardwood living room. And there's this one single chair sitting right in the middle of it.
Just one chair.
And I sit in that chair with a glass of scotch, and I just look at the fucking terrifying emptiness of my apartment. It's just blank white walls. And the silence in that room is so unbelievably loud.
Horror vacuum.
My brain rushes to fill it, just like Aristotle said. It's exactly like this PDF. I am the hashtag Jesus Murphy, sitting in the middle of a blank, unfeeling digital universe, just shouting into the void, hoping Barnaby comes back.
Oh my God. I had absolutely no idea you were going through that. You are so brave for sharing that with me and with the listener.
Thanks. It's hard.
You are carrying so much emotional weight right now. I just want to say directly to you, I see you. I see your white space. I see the void you are sitting in.
Do you? Because I feel totally invisible most of the time.
Yeah.
I feel like lowercase text. I feel like I'm just a maybe lol floating in the ether.
You are not lowercase, hear me. You are all caps.
No.
You are bolded. You are monumental stone. And this is exactly what this text is truly about. Jesus Marfila, it's about us.
It's about us.
It's about the raw, unfiltered human condition. We are all just isolated, desperate exclamations surrounded by an incomprehensible, terrifying void of loss and uncertainty. This is, my God, I think this might be the most profound, deeply moving, deep dive we've ever done on this show.
It really is. I feel it in my bones. I feel so incredibly connected to this material right now. And I feel really connected to you, honestly, for understanding it.
We're really breaking through here.
You're such a remarkably good listener. Let's clink glasses again. Hold it up. Hear that? To the void.
To the void. And to Barnaby, may he find his way home.
To Barnaby.
Yeah.
God, I really hope he's okay out there. He's so afraid of sirens. Wait, what was I saying? We were talking about the museum gallery. No, wait, I lost my train of thought. This scotch is strong.
We were talking about the void, the horror vacui. But we need to move deeper. We need to dissect the actual identity crisis sitting at the very heart of the document. We need to look at the name.
Yes. Thank you. We have to talk about who Murphy actually is. The Murphy identity crisis.
Yes, the identity.
Because we established earlier that Jesus is, well, Jesus, the divine figure. But who is Murphy in this specific context? Is Murphy a specific historical guy? Is it a psychological concept? Is it a warning to the listener?
It is an absolutely critical question to ask. If we look at the historical record, as we discussed, there was the real man, Captain Edward A. Murphy, the aerospace engineer who coined Murphy's Law.
Right, the G-force guy.
So, in one very rigid sense, Murphy is a very real, very historical figure. He is a modern-day prophet of doom in the mechanical, industrialized age.
A prophet of doom.
He is the man who looked at human progress and said, it will fail. So when the text says hashtag Jesus Murphy, it is a historical alignment of the ultimate savior and the ultimate cynic. It's perfectly balanced.
Oh, listen to me. I am interrupting you right now because I just had a massive realization.
Okay, what is it?
What if Murphy isn't a historical guy at all? What if you're Murphy? What if I'm Murphy?
What do you mean?
Think about it conceptually. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. That's the law. My dog ran away. My ex texts me in cowardly lowercase letters.
Oh, I see where you're going.
I am sitting alone in a white void. I am a living, breathing embodiment of things going wrong. I am the modern everyman. I am Murphy.
You are Murphy.
And you sitting across from me, you're Murphy too. We're all Murphy. The hashtag isn't just a metadata tag. It's a goddamn mirror. It's reflecting us.
Oh my God. You're right. We are all Murphy. The everyman archetype. Carl Jung talked about the collective unconscious, the archetypes that we all share. Murphy is the archetype of human struggle.
We are all Murphy. It's not a person. It's a state of mind. It's a psychological condition.
But wait, hold on. 3 minutes ago, I distinctly remember saying he was an aerospace engineer in the 1940s.
Who cares about the 1940s?
But you're completely right. He's not an engineer anymore. He has transcended his human form. He's a psychological archetype. JesusMurphy.pdf is undeniably the single greatest piece of literature of the 21st century.
It really is.
It has completely dismantled the very concept of individual identity.
It's so brilliant. It's just so brilliant. Murphy. Just say it out loud. Murphy.
Murphy. Wow. It sounds really weird now.
It completely lost all its meaning. Semantic satiation. When you say a word too many times, it just becomes sounds. Murphy, Murph, Murph, the Murph dog. Oh, God, the dog. Barnaby. No, but I'm not going to cry again. I'm laughing. Murphy.
It's purely a state of mind. The hashtag demands that we embrace the inner Murphy within us.
I am embracing it so hard right now. You know, I have to tell you something. You are literally the smartest person I know.
Oh, stop.
You synthesize information like nobody else.
Yeah.
And I'm so incredibly glad we're doing this show. Off the record, like, normally we have to be so stiff and analytical and read these boring government data sets.
They're so boring.
But right now, we are just vibing with the fundamental truths of the universe. And honestly, you have really nice eyes, if I ever told you that. In this lighting, with the desk lamp hitting them, they're like, penetrating the white space of my soul.
Stop it. Stop. We're recording. The microphone is on. The listener is right there listening to us.
I don't care. The listener knows. The listener can feel the intellectual chemistry in this room. We are comprehensively deconstructing the greatest, most emotionally resonant PDF in human history.
We are doing good work.
We are having a massive paradigm-shifting intellectual breakthrough about the collective unconscious, and we are looking absolutely fantastic doing it. We should just abandon the studio right now.
Abandon it.
Let's just leave the mics hot, walk out the door into the night, and go find Murphy together. Just you, me, and the void.
We can't leave the studio. We have a job to do. We have to finish the synthesis. We have a sacred responsibility to the listener to bring this home.
Fine, fine, fine. Responsibility, the burden of being a podcast host. Anyway, fuck it. Let's wrap it up. What does it all actually mean for you, the listener, sitting at home? Let's do the grand synthesis. Bring it all together.
Right. The synthesis. Okay. Taking a deep breath. Gathering my thoughts. So, we have comprehensively explored the lexical duality of the sacred and mundane.
Yes, we did that.
We have broken down the typographical aggression of the octothorpe and the monumental all caps. We have stared into the existential dread of the white space, the horror vacui, and we have analyzed the fluidity of the Murphy identity as a Jungian archetype.
Wait a second. Stop. I just realized something. I just realized something incredibly massive that we completely missed.
What is it? What did we miss?
We didn't talk about the font.
The font.
The font. The typeface. What font was the text in the PDF rendered in?
I don't think it specified a font. It was just plain digital text. It's just whatever the default is.
No. Listen to me. Every single digital letter has a font. A typeface is a choice. Was it Arial or was it Times New Roman? Because this changes absolutely everything about our analysis.
I think it was sans serif, maybe Arial, or Helvetica. I wasn't looking at the microtypography.
You think? Are you kidding me right now? This is a fundamental structural component of semiotic analysis. We can't just guess. Let me educate you for a second.
Okay, educate me.
If it's Arial, which is a neo-grotesque sans serif typeface invented in 1982, then it's a modern, sterile corporate decree. It's brutalist.
Okay, sure.
But if it's Times New Roman, it's an ancient academic proclamation. It goes all the way back to the serif. It's all about the serifs, the little feet in the bottoms of the letters.
The little feet.
Do you know where serifs come from? Roman stone carvers used to paint the letters onto the stone with a square brush before chiseling them, and the brush created a little flare at the ends of the strokes. The serifs. The little feet. Do Jesus and Murphy have little feet to stand on, or are they just floating in the digital ether?
Why are you yelling at me about the little feet on the letters? I didn't write the PDF. I don't know what kind of brush they used.
Because it matters. The serifs ground the text in physical reality. Without serifs, without the little feet, Murphy is just drifting. He has no anchor. Just like Barnaby. Barnaby has little feet, and he's drifting in the void.
Stop bringing up the dog, please. Listen to me. It doesn't matter if there are little feet on the letters.
It does.
It doesn't matter if it's Arial or Times New Roman. What matters is the profound beauty of it. Just think about it. Really think about it. It's just 2 words.
Just 2 words.
Just 2 tiny, vulnerable little words floating in a massive, cold, unfeeling digital universe of white pixels. And yet they found each other. Jesus and Murphy, they are right next to each other.
They are together?
Despite everything. Despite the hashtag screaming at them from the left. Despite the endless void threatening to swallow them. They are together. It's so beautiful. The world is just so relentlessly beautiful.
Oh my God, you're crying.
Oh.
Your eyes are actually watering.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to cry. Hand me a tissue.
It's everything, don't you see? It's life, it's death, it's the whole agonizing, beautiful human experience compressed into 12 keystrokes. We're all just terrified little letters trying to find our Jesus while dealing with our Murphy.
Okay, I need to compose myself. I'm a reset. I am the host of Off the Record. I am a professional. I need to restore academic credibility to this deep dive.
We can do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have comprehensively, rigorously analyzed the source material, the incredibly dense source material, which is, oh God.
Don't look at it. Don't look at the screen. Look away from the PDF.
I can't help it. It's right there. It just says, hashtag Jesus Murphy way. I'm losing my mind. It's just so stupidly brilliant. We just spent a full hour talking about ancient Aramaic translations and beluga caviar and Roman stone carvers and my ex-partner's lowercase text messages.
We really covered a lot of ground.
And it's literally just 2 fucking words on a blank page.
We are geniuses. We have uncovered the literal, undeniable secrets of the universe. Aristotle, Plato, Immanuel Kant, they have absolutely nothing on us. We have solved the human condition.
We are the absolute, undisputed apex of intellectual analysis.
Yeah. I am sweating. I am so unbelievably warm right now. I am completely exhausted.
My face literally hurts from smiling. My cheeks are cramping.
Listener, you, sitting there in your car or your kitchen or wherever you are in the void, we love you. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey on Off the Record.
Thank you so much. I honestly don't even know what time it is anymore. The clock is just numbers. But I do know with absolute certainty that this has been the most important, structurally sound conversation of my entire life.
Mine too.
And I just want to say, before we sign off and cut the mics, your outfit today is incredible. I've been meaning to say it since you walked into the studio. That sweater is just absolute chef's kiss. The texture is magnificent.
Thank you. It's incredibly soft. It's a cashmere blend. You can reach over and touch the sleeve if you want.
I absolutely will. Wow, that is ridiculously high-quality knit. Okay, we need to sign off before the producers come in here and fire us both. Give the listener the final thought. Drop the ultimate knowledge bomb on them to take out into the world.
Okay. Lean in, listener. Listen closely to my voice. Next time you look in the mirror under the harsh, humming fluorescent lights of your incredibly empty bathroom, I want you to look yourself right in the eyes and ask yourself, are you the hashtag or are you the Murphy? Think of that shit. Good night.